hit me an extremely particular try not to get scared challenge this time. It's of a video called Scientists Have Found This Lost City Under Antarctica. Of course, as we all know, I am vehemently afraid of underwater stuff, just like I'm afraid of heights and commitment. But unfortunately for me, I have a soft spot for facing my fears. That's a lie. Let's do this before I change my mind.
Millions of years ago, an ancient race inhabiting the world was forced to seek shelter deep underground.
Bro, gotta be covered in
that
snakes.
Ancient race still lives on
Not snakes,
in a land known as Agartha.
Not snakes.
Today, we're exploring
What are we
the
inside
Hollow
of?
Earth Conspiracy.
Word? Word? Word?
For centuries, Hollow Earth conspiracy theorists have tried to prove there's a whole other world beneath our own. It's thought that Agartha is a metropolis or kingdom on Earth, populated by advanced alien species who once lived on the surface of the Earth as humans, but have since evolved into some kind of advanced race in their eons underground. People have long held the belief that another world exists beneath the surface of our globe.
Word?
Many cultures, like the ancient Greeks,
Was that ghost
view it
standing up
as a
front
gloomy
wearing a
region
bikini?
inhabited by spirits of the dead. However, the majority of those early notions had mythological or metaphorical roots.
So this is one of those type of
There
videos.
are reportedly numerous entrances to this underground city of Agartha, some of which are energy in and out wells, including Kentucky Mammoth Cave in the US, the enigmatic Bermuda Triangle, the Soviet Union,
Never go there.
and an intriguing one being in the Himalayan mountains in Tibet, which are allegedly guarded by Hindu monks.
Yup, Harry Potter
According
wizards.
to contemporary science,
Those are Dementors,
the Earth is
human
made up of an
ones.
uninterrupted series of crust,
That's the sign of a
layers,
jawbreaker.
and molten magma that surrounds a thick, heated core
Word.
that is mainly composed of iron and nickel.
Word?
However, several of the top scientists at the time in the 17th century held a contrary view, which was that the globe is hollow. The 18th century mathematician Leonard Euler and Dr. Edmund Halley,
That's
yes,
Euler.
the same Edmund Halley who discovered Halley's Comet and was a royal astronomer of England,
Haley's Comet.
both came to the same conclusion, that the Earth was hollow on the inside, with 3 floors containing a central sun,
Floors?
and was inhabited.
Central Sun.
Halley proposed that the planet is made up of numerous nested
Yup.
spherical shells
Naruto
that are
Rinnegan.
revolving around a common core.
Was inside the Earth. That's
Based
why
on
they got
readings
that
of the
there.
magnetic field and what he understood about the gravitational pull
Yeah.
of the sun and moon on the Earth, he believed that this model could account for any errors in his
That looks
readings
like a
of the
vagina.
planet's magnetic fields.
That just looks
He also
like a vagina.
suggested that there might have been light atmospheres capable of supporting life in the areas between each shell. Over the following many centuries, Halley's theory was
Death Star
developed,
from Star Wars.
replacing the confusing
Or a
idea
really
of several
scary-looking
spheres
wedding
with the
ring.
idea that the entire interior of the Earth is one
Looks like
unimaginably
woman's
vast
ovulation.
cavern. The belief that a little
one
sun
on the
hangs
left
in the
is
very
pregnant.
center of the Earth,
Not by me,
generating
though.
a lush, living
I
environment on
only
the other
wear
side of
condoms.
its surface, typically goes along with the new understanding of the Hollow Earth. Many Hollow Earth websites claim that this idea was created by eminent mathematicians and
That's the inside of an
scientists
expensive
like
watch.
Leonard Euler in the 18th century and Sir John Leslie in the 19th. Albeit,
textbook
the
picture.
sources for these claims are a little hazy. In his initial report of Agartha, French magician Alexandre Saint-Yves de la Vidre predicted that
Sherlock
when
Holmes taught
anarchy in
him how
our
to do
world is
magic.
replaced by synarchy, all of humanity will have access to this hidden planet. The mythical city of Agartha is said to be located deep within our planet. As the capital of Agartha, it is frequently referred to as Shambhala, which is a legendary country referenced in
Human
numerous
land
ancient
before
books.
time.
It's also known by
That's
the
what
names
that's what that place
Agartha
is.
or
You can tell by the
Agarti.
size of the mountains.
Shambhala is also referred to as the
Yeah.
realm of
I used to
living
deal with
gods,
this long neck
the
looking
forbidden
chick back in
land,
the day.
the land
Taught
of
me
white
all
waters,
about it.
and the
Really
land of
long
living
neck.
fire in Hinduism,
Not gonna
where
describe
it is
any
known
of
as
that,
Aryavarta.
Long
The
neck.
idea that the earth is
I'm
hollow
not gonna describe
is
what
one
that
that
looks
many
like.
believers in the
Definitely not
supernatural
Nanus.
and the inexplicable are familiar with.
No way.
The
That's
theory is based on old myths from numerous cultures that assert that entire civilizations and races of people exist in underground cities. These inhabitants of the underworld are frequently
did that
portrayed as
damage.
having more advanced technology than those of us on the surface.
I said it's not Manish. Y'all was the
Some
ones that
people
thought
even
about it.
hold the view that odd beings on Earth create UFOs, rather that they come from other planets. Who were these people? Are they even classed as human anymore? How did they end up living underground? And where are the underground cities' entrances? Well, according to tradition, an ancient race formerly inhabited the Earth's surface and later relocated to underground cities, establishing its own habitat and needs. A man by the name of Richard Shaver claimed to be a visitor of Agartha, the fabled Forbidden Kingdom.
Not gonna say he looks Mexican, because
Only
that
a
would be
small
racist.
number of people genuinely believed him because he lacked the necessary
Treasure of
proof.
Sir Francis Bacon.
He claimed that when their
Nigga, your
race
last
learned
name is
exposure to the
Bacon?
sun made them age too quickly,
Nigga.
they looked for a new home underground.
We're not gonna describe what this.
There are two main races that are believed to live underground as proposed by Shaver. The first one being the race of the Old Ones, a
Where
prehistoric
else are
race
you
who
gonna put your
formerly
old
lived on the
people?
Earth's surface
Then
before migrating
inside
below.
of the basement of the Earth.
They are described as being highly intelligent
Yep.
and a scientifically adept
Definitely
civilization,
not a
according to
mechanical
Steiger in his
anus,
essay
man.
titled The Hollow Earth, Myth or Reality. The Old Ones are hominid, incredibly stoic, and more than a million years older than Homo sapiens.
Oh, okay.
It's been reported that although the Old Ones typically
Lambs.
keep their distance from
Goats.
earthly peoples, they occasionally
This goat
offer
is a
constructive
politician,
criticism
apparently. Either that
and
or a very
frequently
high-ranking
kidnap
wizard.
human children to tutor and raise as their own.
What? Y'all
The
want
second
children?
race is named the Elder Race,
Who
or
kidnaps a
the
child? Do you know how
Titans.
much money it costs
They
to
are
raise
the
a
ones
children,
that
to
Shaver
raise
claimed he
children?
was a guest of when he visited the
It's like
mysterious
$1 million
underground world.
to raise a child. Why would you kidnap
Shaver
a
actually
bill?
wrote about his time in Agartha in a story published in 1945
You gonna
in
kidnap
the
a bill,
Amazing
nigga?
Stories magazine.
Never
Shaver
kidnap
submitted a letter
bill,
to the
man.
magazine editor Ray Palmer
That is an
that led to the
unfortunately
creation of the
short-looking
story.
man. Very
In his
unfortunate
letter,
looking guy.
Shaver claimed to have discovered a man tongue, or hidden language,
Man-tongue?
which was a system of sounds with underlying meanings, and purported to be the ancestor of all human language.
Word?
According to Shaver, any other language might be mapped over man tongue to uncover hidden meanings.
Hey, man,
Palmer
big
replied to Shaver,
Yeah,
requesting
yeah,
more
yeah,
information
yeah.
about this language, and Shaver replied
Yeah,
with a
see you
long
later.
letter detailing his
Yeah,
discovery of Agartha,
yeah,
the underground society of
Hey.
horrible monsters that resided in caves beneath the Earth's surface. These creatures,
I've been
known
making
as
voiceover dubs
Deros,
lately.
made sporadic trips to the surface in order to kidnap people and take them back to their lair
They're gonna steal
to carry
robots.
out cruel experiments on them.
For sex.
This article was
It
so
was in the
well
text.
received by
You
the
gotta
editor
keep reading
Palmer
it.
that he changed it to a
It wasn't
fictional
me, it
account
was- you
before
gotta-
publishing it in the
I
magazine.
can't go back and look at it,
This
though.
story nearly displaced all other types of content, since it sold out of the magazine and was so widely read. A series of stories by Shaver continued to appear
That's
in
what I'm
Amazing
talking about.
Stories as a result.
Yeah, let's
Shaver
get the guy out
persisted
there,
in creating
man,
the
and
world of
we
the
have a good
underground
situation
Dero,
popping.
a species of proto-humans who had
Look,
relocated
look.
underground because of their need to stay out
Oh,
of
no
the
way, I'm
sunlight.
coming over. Yeah, I'm saying.
Later, the majority of
As if
them
they
would
got
create spacecraft and
Nintendo
depart for other
Switch
stars,
And a
leaving
whole
their
bunch of
most
bad
ungrateful
females, and then
members
we all
behind.
gonna be coming over.
Rare
You know,
aristocratic
at that
Teros,
point, I'm gonna be,
good-aligned rehabilitated Deros, who
not-
endeavored to aid
not
humanity in
sexually.
escaping, were part of the
'Cause
Dero
all
cosmos
sex
as it
is-
expanded. A solid sci-fi
is
adventure
sexual.
series should have
All
underground
sex is
hangars,
sexual.
spaceships,
You know, no
robots,
matter what they
bands
tell
of
you.
human mercenaries
You
leading a
know?
resistance, and other progressively fantastical features.
This from Halo.
Amazing Stories subscriptions increased from 135,000 to 185,000
People pay
throughout the
money for
duration
those?
of the series,
Word.
which ran from 1945 to 1948.
Nigga.
The series helped sell the magazine. Shaver always insisted that this story was factual, despite the magazine
Why she
being works
wearing
of fiction.
lingerie? Why she wearing
He
lingerie?
argued that in our distant past, the Titans, or Elder Race, arrived on this planet from another solar system. After some time on the surface, they recognized that the sun's rays were hastening their aging, so they built enormous underground structures to retreat to.
You mean like Dr. Doom?
They eventually made the decision to leave Earth in search of a new planet, leaving their underground
Narnia.
cities filled with artificial
I'm
beings,
lying, what's in the
including
wardrobe?
the wicked Dero,
Gotta get
which
into Narnia.
are destructive robots,
Yup,
and
like
the nice
the ones that
Tero,
Michael
which
Jackson
are
turned
integrated
into
robots.
In Thriller. He turned into a
Admiral
robot
Byrd and other
shot
explorers
lasers,
from all over
and
the
you
world
gotta-
claim to have endorsed the notion that the Forbidden Kingdom of
having sex
Agartha
with that
genuinely
dog.
does exist,
He's
It's
boning
thought that the
dog.
entrance of the kingdom of
He had
Agartha,
balls on his
located
legs. That's how
inside
you
the
know it wasn't
Earth,
a,
can be seen on a map created
wasn't
by
a, like, good thing to be
cartographer
doing.
Heinrich C. Barron. The Antarctic continent may be seen there without its heavy covering of ice. The presence of underwater tubes that cross the entire continent and appear to converge at the same spot that is recognized as the entrance of the Hollow Earth, or Inner Earth, however, is the most intriguing aspect. Just before setting out on a 2,750-kilometer expedition over the North Pole in February 1947, Vice Admiral Byrd declared, "I'd like to see the land beyond the pole. That area beyond the pole is the center of the great enigma." Some claim that Vice Admiral Byrd declared over the radio on his flight to the North Pole in 1947 that there were vast areas of land with mountains, woods, and plants, as well as enormous lakes and rivers, as well as creatures that resembled mammoths. Before his passing, he said that there was a place beyond the North Pole that was an enchanted continent in the sky, an eternal mystery of Earth. According to other ideas, that region was the fabled Rainbow City, the center of an amazing vanished civilization. The mythology surrounding the Inner Earth and its inhabitants also piqued the Nazis' intense curiosity.
No.
The legendary Aryan homeland of Thule is thought to have its entrance into Antarctica. Although Atlantis is a lost continent, Antarctica has been connected to it. The connection to Thule is less clear. Greek explorer Pytheas first described Thule following his journeys between 330 and 320 BC. It's a pretty well-documented hypothesis that Nazis were fascinated with the occult and esotericism, and that they investigated polar locations to establish bases and test weapons.
Small penis
The
club.
rumors of Hitler eluding capture and escaping to another planet don't end here.
That man
Evidence
never had
suggests that
sex
the
with a
Nazis
woman.
spent a lot of time looking for Agartha
Never
to
had
use as a
sex with a
safe
woman,
haven
man.
for Hitler in case of an urgent situation.
Brother, I think he actually did have
According
sex
to a
with a
letter
woman, man.
reportedly sent by Karl
But he
Unger,
never had sex
a
with a
member
woman,
of the
man.
German U-boat crew,
You know what I'm saying?
they reached the interior of the Earth and had
Probably
no
why he was
intention
so
of
mad.
going back.
Never
Did
met
Hitler
it, man.
escape
That's
to
why he's
Agartha
pissed.
all those years ago? Have we been getting the conspiracy wrong this entire time?
Small
Or
penis club.
was Antarctica the entry
There you
point
go.
he used, and the theories just haven't been connected together yet? Whatever you think about the shape, size, or density of the Earth, and conspiracies surrounding it, you can't deny the vast sources going back centuries to a hidden inner Earth.
Oh, that's not
And
Photoshop.
who knows?
Oh,
With the
back
way
into the
things are
ants of the earth
currently,
again.
maybe one day soon we will all find ourselves seeking refuge down there.
Yeah, clearly not a video meant to get me to fall for the whole Y2K scam again. Now I say again because my mom fell for that dumb shit. I laughed at her the whole entire time. You know what I mean? 'Cause my thing was like, look, man, like, if it's going down, that's what's up. Like what we supposed to do? Good looking out, you know what I'm saying? Make sure to comment, like, and or subscribe. Twisms.